Hello, welcome back. Here's another update from our BitcoinClicker. Well, first of all, I gotta present our new design. I think it's really cool. I do like it. We've got some new features as well. Well, let's start at the left corner bottom. So we've got the invite friend, leaderboard, and donate. Let's check that out. So what does invite friend do? It generates a link. So you have a ref link which you can send your friends. And the idea behind the ref link is that if you're using a ref link to play, and the moment you start playing, both of you are getting an NFT, a so-called friendly NFT. We are thinking about the name. But the point of the NFT is to multiply by a small amount the Bitcoin rate. So what you can do is invite a lot of friends and you accumulate a lot of NFTs. So one NFT might have a small amount to be multiplied, like 0.01%, just to give an example. But you can also invite 100 friends if you have them, and then your multiplier will go up by a bit. Next is the leaderboard. It's just a simple calculation of all the items, and for each item we pick out the holders, and for each holder we accumulate the amount of Bitcoin rate. As you can see here, my partner is a bit of a pro player, surpassed me by a lot. And also the donate function. If I remember correctly, I talked about it, but we haven't specifically implemented this function yet. Well, here it is. We've got a donate button where you can input the amount of wax that you want to buy RAM for, and the RAM is donated to the author account. So we can keep the game alive by the community, so we don't have to input more wax and buy more RAM. We give the player the opportunity, if they want to, if they do enjoy the game, then they can donate some wax, buy some RAM, and keep the game alive. And well, will be funny to see, because that puts a different kind of scarcity to the NFTs. Since if nobody wants to donate at some point, then no new NFTs are minted. So you can either buy, get, well, ask a friend for an NFT, but it will make the NFTs more valuable. Well, we'll see in the future. What's next? We've got the info page, where we are just where we're collecting all the info for the game, for the German side of our project. Maybe we'll do an English version as well. Next, I forgot, we colored the rarity. So blue stands for common. We've got our rare items, and then our legendary, and alas, our ultimate black hole powered miner. I also want to talk about some of the implementations that I did, especially the Wax wallet collector. But I just want to mention here that so what's left? I mean, the game looks almost finished. What's left is a small enhancement of design where we are adding some cute little animation, you'll see. And the NFTs need to be implemented as well and deployed to the blockchain, onto the Wax blockchain especially. So to go to our other blockchain, the Binance blockchain, I modified the Wax wallet collector. I'm not sure if I showed the implementation. Well, anyways, here's it. What am I doing? That's a good question. So I've got a mapping for our Wax wallets. Well, it can be used to either instantaneously get the Wax name, depending on what your address is. Well, let's deploy it and test it. I got it in. Creation is pending. Yes, yes, yes. I also have an array of strings. This is where I store the names. So the mapping for Wax Wallet is used to reduce the amount of calls an address makes to the collect function to 1. So it should be called once and not more. Because I was thinking the idea is that the client side sends the Wax name, so there shouldn't be an error with that. It's just to sort of counteract malicious actor who are trying to repeat or change wallet names if they're trying to get more airdrops. So here I just check the byte value of the Wax wallet name and an empty string. So the first time you enter the collect function, you should have Fribia, and it should be your first time. So your slot in the Wax wallet mapping should be empty. What happens next is your name will be added to the mapping, and your name will be added to the array. So I also keep count of what the size is. So later on the client side, or I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but I will implement it in JavaScript. So I can code a little script which takes the size of our array, and I can iterate through and call for each index of the array, and I can collect all the names basically. I deployed the blockchain, so you see, got the size is 0. Now let's say I want to, let's pretend I'm on the client side, and yes, that is my Wax name. I want to connect this name with my Binance Smart Chain name. Yes, and should be successful. Takes a couple of seconds. Oh, what? I've got an error, but why especially this? Ha! This is interesting. I tested it before implementing. No. Before I record the video, I tested the function and all worked out. But somehow, no, it does not. Well, let's check it out. Wait, the contact is created. I thought I got an error. Oh, the transaction didn't go through. So this is the contract, but there's no interaction with it. Well, if we are trying to call again, should look all good. The data, okay. Yes, interact with the smart contract. Well, that's weird. And now it's working. Okay. That's funny. Well, anyways, it worked. I'm not sure why suddenly. Maybe it was just an error with Remix. Well, now the size should be 1. Nice, and I can retrieve the first wallet. And it gives me, the index starts at 0. I called and it returned the name. Nice. Well, that was it for the Wax wallet collector. Well, let's look on the front end side. I wanted to show some specific implementation. Showed the Wax wallet collector on the front end side. Has something happened? Well, apart from the feature implementation, well, I don't really want to go into detail because you can look up all of the code on GitHub. Just go on GitHub, Wax BitcoinClicker. You shouldn't miss it. It's this repository under our UCC organization. We have this repo. And yeah. So let me think about what I've said. Maybe I forgot something. No, that was it. Apart from the design, the new Wax wallet collector. Oh well, and also from last time, the smart contract thingy with the Wax blockchain. I've come to figure out that we need to implement a smart contract which basically makes an action call. So instead of making an action call ourselves on the front end side, we do an action call on the blockchain side. So the smart contract executes the action to mint an NFT, and we just have to give our smart contract an authorized status. I'm gonna show I'm gonna show in a minute what I mean by that. So if you wanna, so let's say you have a collection, yes, you go under show advanced details, and here you see authorized accounts. At the start of a collection, you can add some authorized accounts who can, or well, who are authorized to interact with the collection. So before we can create our collection, well, no, I'm just reminded that I can add an authorized account in the future as well. So we can create the collection, we can add our contract, which shouldn't be a problem, and then our smart contract can mint. And so what we're doing is just calling the smart contract. So we restrict the smart contract so that everybody can use the smart contract. And the smart contract interacts with Atomic Hub and mints the NFTs, and everybody's happy. That should wrap it up. Thanks for the attention, and we'll see you later.